Sambanan tumilang mulweni abusheni di macheroni. Salam alaikum, namaste. Good day, goeiedag, awe massakinders. My name is Winston and welcome to my channel, Bushes Wat Boer. On this channel, we discuss everything relating to small-scale farming and those small projects that you can do yourself, save on some money, and maybe even use what we show you here to start your side hustle and even turn that small business into an empire in the future. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to plant the seeds that we saved in this video right here, how to plant it in the area where we prepared. But before we get to that, I want to show you what's happening with the potatoes. So this is what it looks like a week after that last video, the update that I showed you, how it looks like. It's actually growing nicely. It's actually coming above the one tire, and then inside the drum, this is what it looks like right here. And today I'm going to show you how we're going to add soil. Also want to show you that there's some things that are growing that we didn't plant, and I'm gonna leave it because I'm actually interested to find out what's gonna grow here. And there's a second one over there. I don't know what was planted here. There's another container somewhere here. It's this big one right here. There's something growing here. I don't know what it is. We never planted anything as yet, but I'm gonna leave it because I am curious to find out what is planted here, because this, and here's another sprout right here. I don't know what's gonna grow, but let's see. I'm gonna leave it and see what grows, because Mr. M did use this. This was actually dirty. We cleaned it up and we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. But in this video, I want to show you, firstly, before we plant the seeds, I want to show you exactly what I'm gonna do right here. So basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some soil that we have from there and I'm gonna add it here, and I'll show you how it's gonna look like when I'm done. So I'm done putting some soil, adding some soil, and this is what it looks like. I don't want to cover the full plant. I want to expose a little bit of plant so it doesn't die like that, and then in the drum like this. And I'm gonna keep doing it every week. Keep adding soil every week. Keep adding soil every water every week. Keep adding soil, and then just exposing the plant like that. And then once we're done, we will give you a feedback. And this one, I'm just going to keep adding tires, adding soil, adding tires until it's the level of the drum, and then we will harvest the potatoes. But right now, let's go back to the purpose of the video and plant the veggies right there. Now when we saved the seed, we saved the pumpkin first. Now what I'm gonna do is this whole area over here, I'm gonna maybe make one row and plant. I'll see how many seed there are, but I'll make 2 rows and see how I can squeeze in those pumpkin seed and plant them in there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make holes. Right, I'm gonna use the same pick. Remember the same pick that I used to prepare the soil. I'm gonna leave a video right here so you can see how I prepared the soil. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this. I'm only gonna make rows in order for me to plant the pumpkin. Let's go. And that's how I'm gonna make how I made rows. I was gonna slot the seed in there, cover it up. I'm not gonna wet it because we already wet it yesterday. The soil is already a little bit wet. All I'm gonna do is plant the seeds now and then cover it up, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay. how as we go. All I'm gonna do right now is go around and close it, just like this.
So it's almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, we need 2 minutes to close it.
Okay.
And as you can see, I've closed everything. I made 2 rows and I kind of stopped planting around here. So I used that hole actually from here until there. I was hoping to come this side where there will be more sunlight, but I'm going to continue the peppers over here, and that is seed number 1. Let's go over to seed number 2, and that is peppers. Okay, so this is seed number 2. This is green pepper. I'm gonna, where I stopped planting the pumpkin, I'm gonna continue with the green pepper. At least there's a lot of sunlight coming from here. And the same thing with the pumpkin. I'm gonna show you. We're just gonna drop in the seed. It's a little bit smaller, so maybe I'm just gonna sprinkle it over and see how much of them grows. We love. Here's a pumpkin seed. I never closed it, so it's until here. So the pumpkin stopped at least a little bit here, around here. We're gonna continue with green pepper, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And let's just throw a little bit of seeds in there. Alright, so I've planted all the seeds, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to cover everything, and it's actually just very easy by covering just like that. You don't have to plant it very deep. There's another seed. So we've done pumpkin, and we've planted pumpkin up until this pillar right here. So we use kind of like 1, 2, 3 sections, and then we planted green pepper using these 2 pillars right here, because I made a walkway over here. So in essence, we used this whole area just today. And now we're going to move over to the strawberries, and we want a nice sunny area for the strawberries. So let's move in and use the second half here of this area, maybe opposite the peppers. And before we get to that, I want to show you our spring onion, or onion. I don't even know what it is yet. So it's actually growing very nice, because we started giving it water, like nice water every week. For the past 3 weeks we've been giving it water, and this is what it looks like. And here's the 3 rows with all the spring onions right there. It's actually growing very nicely, nice and green. Also, this plant also was very small, and this is how it looks like right now. And all the beetroot that we had, it was rotten. The beetles just attacked it. So we're gonna go over and plant the strawberries. So we did say that strawberries is gonna be like a experiment, because we've never done it for strawberries, because I've only planted strawberry mulberries. So I'm gonna do the very same thing with strawberries. And you remember I put this on a piece of toilet paper to dry it off. Now this is very small, so you want to be very careful, because some of them will fall off and others won't. So I'm gonna tear it off like that. I'm gonna plant it just like this with the paper, and some of the loose ones I will throw in there as well. So what we've done was, we just saved a small area just like that. It's like equivalent to 2 sections over there opposite the green pepper that we planted here. And this is what I've saved from the strawberries. Some of them are on, you'll see that spots there on the newspaper, on the toilet paper. That is what I'm going to plant. And I've saved a little bit of green pepper right here and strawberry right here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with this later. Let's start with this area right here. I'm going to start planting these ones here. I'm just going to put it in here like this with the toilet paper.
Ready? The thing is going light then dark, light then dark.
That's fine. And all I'm going to do right now, just cover it up. And that's all there is to it. And now we're going to show you what I'm going to do with the rest of the ones. Let's go. Okay, so I've saved a couple of seeds, and I told you that I'm going to do an experiment, but also I also showed you that I'm going to show you how you can use this as a business. Now I've already showed you how to plant it, so once they grow you can start, and they grow you can sell the pumpkin or the green pepper or the strawberries as is. But I'm going to show you how to plant this in these small pots over here in order for you to sell the seedlings, because you can also make money by selling the plants off. Step number one is I'm going to take this potting soil over here. It's potting soil that Mr. M left me, and I'm going to fill up these pots over here. And it's quite easy, because all you want to do is that's one. That's two. And that's three. So you can see that we're losing light because is it 2 minutes yet?
No shit.
You can see that we're losing light here because we chose to use the darker, or like the afternoon, to do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some water in these soil in these pots, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I will continue to plant these, because I can't just plant it into this dry pots. I'm gonna give it some water, let it drain, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we'll continue with this video. Away. So it is the next day, and I found this one laying somewhere. So obviously Shasha went and took it and put it somewhere else. So I'm gonna have to put it up here like this. I'm gonna put it up here so she can't reach it. I see something is growing here as well. There's a lot of things growing, so I'm gonna have to leave it, and I'm just curious to find out what is gonna grow from there. But I'm just gonna put these up here, or maybe let me swap it around. So there we go, I just swapped it around. So this big one was on top and I just swapped it around so Shasha can't get to it. And that's just the joy of having dogs. They destroy your plants. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some soil from there. I'm not gonna prepare another batch of potting soil. I'm going to use some of that soil. It is still moist. I'm going to use that in here, and then I'm going to plant the strawberries and the green peppers. So yesterday we wet. I took some soil from the bedding the way we have our veggies. Yesterday we added some soil in these two and we wet it up. So I'm just gonna loosen the soil a little bit like this, just so that we can have some space to plant. I'm gonna take out the stones that are here, so just to loosen it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna make a hole in the middle, and you guys remember my strawberries? I still have this. I'm gonna split it in half, and I'm gonna use one for this one and one for the potting soil, and then we're just gonna see how it works. So let me show you. I made a hole right here. I'm just gonna put this in here like so, and I'm gonna cover it up, and then I'm gonna make a hole right here. I'm gonna plant this with the tissue right there, and I'm gonna cover it up just like that. And now for this one, I'm gonna put the I have like five pepper seeds in there, so I'm gonna put it in there. 5 pepper seeds. Let me see, I had 5, that's 4, it doesn't matter. So, and I'm gonna close it up just like that. The soil, it is a little bit damp, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna water it again. I'm gonna give it a couple of days, and I'm gonna water it after a couple of days. And that's how we planted all the seeds from all the seeds that we saved. All right, so I want to show you one problem that I have. They are making themselves comfortable on the bedding where we're supposed to plant. So luckily I planted further up, but and Shasha's walking all over the stuff that we planted, so I'm gonna have to fence. I'll show you guys in another video what I did right here in order to prevent them from damaging my seeds and everything that I'm going to plant, because they can destroy your garden. Take it from me, they can destroy your garden. The sun is, but I waited for the sun to set, but it's still a bit too sharp for my eyes and for the camera. So that's how we planted the seeds. I'm gonna do another video. Today is the 14th of September. I will leave it, and the moment we see some seed germinating and some sprouts, I'm gonna show you in another video how long it took for these. So basically we planted all 3 seeds around the same time, like 2 days apart. As in the veggie bedding, we planted all 3 seeds the same day, and in the pots right here we planted strawberries and pepper on the same day. So we'll see how long it takes to sprout. And the reason why I planted it again in pots is to show you how to plant it in pots and sell it off as seedlings or as a plant on its own. You can even use the seedling trays to plant these seeds in and sell that off as seedlings or as small plants. It all depends on you. I'm just showing you, trying to get all the information out there, right? So that is it. If you have any other information that you might have, anything different than what we are using right here, please comment down below, give us that information. Let's get the information out there so people can make their own make up their own minds on how they want to do certain things. I'm gonna experiment with a lot more things. I really need to close because Shasha's already starting to dig right there. So I really need to close off there. So let us know what you do in your gardens, and then we can have the information out there. But I'll give you an update or in a future video. That's it from me for now. Until next time, keep well, stay safe, stay blessed. Away.